guys, this is Ryan and Chad here from CNR Reviews, and we have a 45 ACP from Kahr Arms here that we're going to be doing a review on today. This is the CW45. So let's take a look at the weapon here. Oh wait, it's not in there. Why? Because it only comes with a cardboard box to carry it, guys. And so we ended up getting a little hard plastic case here for it. There it is. Look at that. Like I said, it's a 45 ACP. Has a 6-round mag in it, guys. Like I said, it really doesn't come with very much. It comes with a little lock and a cardboard box and the price tag. So let's start off with the safeties here. This gun doesn't have a safety. If you're carrying cocked, locked, ready to rock, it's just the trigger pull, and the trigger pull is kind of long, so that's your only safety on this gun. The sights, a little bit different. You got almost like the XS big dot thing going on there, where you just kind of put the little ball on top of the T, kind of a golf thing. And they work pretty well. Take a little time to get used to if you're used to the 3-dot combat sights. Only comes with one mag. And additional mags, I've seen them at Sportco and Fife for about 35 bucks. I have seen I've seen them at Cabela's for close to 40. So you might want to check online to see if you can find those on there. Now, we did find something interesting with this gun in particular. You can use, I'll actually pull one out here. You can use officers. You can use officers' mags from a 1911 in this gun. They do fit in it. This is a 7-round Kimber 1911 magazine. It does fit in the gun. It does function. You can fire with this magazine. The only thing that it does not do is that normally it doesn't lock back the slide when you're actually firing. But I found out that when you just put a loaded mag in there, it does lock back. So I did have to modify the follower a little bit on this, though. Just bend this little lip down a little bit, and it worked a little bit better. So if you guys are looking for another additional magazine but don't want to spend 35 bucks, you can pick up a little officer's magazine from Kimber or Colt or something like that, take it to the range and use it, and this will allow you to get a little bit more range time with the gun without having to reload one magazine. So, weight on this guy. Chad, do you remember what the weight was on this?
It was running around a 27-ounce total.
Yeah, fully loaded with hollow points.
It was a tad bit more than 27 ounces, but it was very comparable to like the XDS and some of the others.
Now, it's still pretty light compared to the like the Kimber Ultra Carry 2. Kimber Ultra Carry 2, I think, is like 25 ounces unloaded, guys.
31 loaded up. So
yeah, so this is much lighter. It's a little bit easier to carry because of that. So now I'm going to show you guys the trigger here. Like I said, it is a long trigger pull. This gun is unloaded, as you guys can see. It's a long pull, and it's got a nice crisp break on it. Chad and I both really like these triggers on the cars. They're just really smooth, and they break really nicely. So it takes a little bit of time to get used to them, but once you get used to it, it's a great trigger, guys.
It's kind of a love-hate relationship. Either you absolutely love it, or you absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
And we've heard them from both people, and as far as I'm concerned, it's one of the best triggers on the market.
Alright, guys, so let's talk about how did this thing perform, okay? Went to the range, and we've shot about 250 rounds through it. The break-in period on this gun from Kahr is actually 200 rounds. So, you know what? During that time, guys, we had 2 problems with the gun, and they were both failure to eject. We had ran about 150 rounds through the gun at that time, and it happened both in the same magazine. I don't know if it was maybe an ammo problem, but it hasn't happened since. And I'm thinking maybe it was just a break-in issue. So reliability, it's done really well, guys. It's been a reliable gun. Like I said, Kahr does ask that you do a 200 round break-in on it. We're just over that, and we haven't had any problems since those 2 failure to ejects. So accuracy, this thing's on par with the only gun that I actually have that I can compare it to, and that you guys can check a video out of, is the Springfield XDS 45 ACP. It was very comparable to the accuracy of the XDS. So it was not as accurate as the Kimber Ultra Carry 2 or the Kimber Custom 2, mostly because it's just got kind of a shorter barrel, and it is a lighter gun that you feel the recoil on a little bit more because of being so light. So
it's important, guys, on the accuracy front too, that you kind of almost want to go back to that trigger. Want to make sure you spend plenty of trigger time with this gun, and don't get frustrated if your first few shots are super low. Ryan and I both experienced it. We were rushing the trigger pull, and it's all about taking your sweet time with that trigger and learning how to use it. Once you learn how to use it, it's awesome. Yeah, because of that long trigger pull, when you get to about this point right here, the gun does start to dip if you don't watch yourself and you complete the pull. So, yeah, you want to watch yourself on that. Make sure you get plenty of practice if you are going to carry this gun. I did carry this for about a week or so, and I actually found it pretty easy to carry, guys. It's nice and thin. It's not very thick. It's actually it's a lot thinner than the Kimber Ultra Carry 2, which I normally carry. The slide's about the same, but it doesn't have the fat handle. It's got a nice thin handle here, and that just made it a lot easier to carry. So it is about the same length as the Kimber in the handle, but because of being so thin, it actually kind of slides right up next to your body, and it actually carries pretty well, guys. So the only thing that kind of got me on it a little bit was not having a safety with a round in the chamber. So I do prefer having an external safety or some type of beaver tail safety or something like that. And actually, you guys want to make sure if you're going to try to pocket carry something, even though this guy's a tad bit too big to be a pocket carry, but you could do it. You want to make sure that you get some type of in the pocket holster to protect that trigger, or that you get a proper hip holster or in the pants holster that's going to protect that trigger. That's what we really recommend.
Yeah, even though it does have that long kind of tough pull on it and heavy pull, you do still want to eliminate any chance that it's going to go off accidentally. So price, what did we pay for this bad boy? All right, we paid $369 at Sportsman's Warehouse in Puyallup. We've seen them go for about all the way down to like $319, $329 on sale, but we've also seen them go for like $390.
Yeah, almost to the $400 range.
Yeah, almost to the $400 range. With tax, this was over $400, guys. So it is the lower end with price, not quality. The quality is really good on it. The machining's really nice for the price that you get. I mean, you're paying less than $400 really, or just over $400 with tax for a 45 ACP that's going to be reliable. So compared to others in the same category, you got the Kimber Ultra Carry 2. That's, if you can find a deal on it, it's close to $800. With night sights, you're going up to $1,000, $1,200, somewhere around there. Shoots the same round. The Springfield XDS is kind of in the same category here. It has just a little bit shorter of a handle, but otherwise it's pretty comparable. It's running about $500 to $600. So you're going to be paying still close to $100 to $200 more for a gun that has about the same accuracy but is just a tiny bit easier to conceal. This one you're going to be paying a great price for, under $400. It's just, you get that extra round out of that. It's not going to be a pocket carry. It's going to be more of a holster carry. But you know what? For $370 to $400, guys, this thing is a screaming deal.
It's one of the best deals out there right now, guys.
Yeah, we would like if I didn't have those other two pistols, I would definitely buy this one again in a heartbeat. You can also look up the what is it, the PM45? Yeah,
the PM45, guys, is actually the higher end version of the Kahr. It's got a little bit more machining, match grade barrel, and for that one, it's even smaller than the CW45. It's more in line with like the CM9 size. And if you're looking for another 45, now that one, because it's more of the higher end, you're looking at $700 or more, depending on where you're purchasing it at. So to get this gun for the price that you can find it at, guys, I know it's been out for a while. It's really one of those guns that if you pass up on it, it may be too late, because a lot of other guns are coming out. This gun may disappear. So make sure that you pick one up while you still can.
And another cool thing, guys, that I didn't touch on before when we were going through features, you know what? It's a $370 gun, kind of the cheaper end. They can still put a metal guide rod in the damn thing, okay? Beretta at a $700 92 FS Inox puts a plastic guide rod. So guys, this is a good thing. This isn't going to break on you. This guide rod is not going to break on you like some plastic piece of crap, okay? $370, you get a really good gun.
So, all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and do our final thoughts. I'm going to start off, Ryan will finish up with it. But as far as final thoughts go for the CW45, if I was looking for a 45 and I didn't have a lot of money, I'm looking for something that's reliable, something that I can still conceal very easily, this would definitely be my first choice, especially in the 45. For the price, you cannot beat it for what's on the market. Remember, you have got to do the 200 round break-in period before you carry it. A lot of time, we actually just got questioned about carrying the guns. We throw them in our pockets to carry. We usually have a backup, but we would like to see just how well the gun actually carries on us. It is not recommended to carry this until you have that break-in done. You need to make sure the gun functions properly during that break-in, and if you have a ton of trouble, get it back to Kahr for warranty. But you have got to do the 200 round break-in period. Also, no limp wristing. This gun is a 45. It's going to kick, and because it's so light at 27 ounces, it's going to kick harder than a 9mm, harder than a 380, harder than a 40. You're going to want to make sure you do not limp wrist, and that's going to be a big issue. If you limp wrist, you're going to get failure to ejects. So you really want to make sure you pay attention when using the gun. I think actually Ryan and I both agree that the stippling is very aggressive on the handle. And if you decide that you want to keep this and the stippling bothers you, don't get rid of the gun. Go ahead and buy yourself a set of Talon grips. Go to the store, get some skateboard tape, do something like that, and put it on there. It actually makes the gun feel really nice. And I have a CW9, I did that too, and it's night and day. So my final thoughts on the gun is, if you're in the market for a 45, do not pass this by. Make sure you take a look at this before you go out and spend double.
Alright guys, so my final thoughts on this, if I didn't have a Kimber Ultra Carry 2 that was just a freaking tack driver, this would be one of my favorite guns. Hands down. It was very reliable. It was very accurate at longer ranges. I like the trigger pull on it. I like some of the features that it has. Like I said, the only thing that I'm not crazy about is it doesn't have a safety, really. I like how thin it is. I like how light it is. I like the fact that you can use the 1911 magazines out of it. That's just a cool freaking feature. And since I have 1911 officers mags hanging around with the Kimber, I can just put them in the same case if I'm going to bring the Kahr. You know, I could switch them out, put them wherever, you know. And
guys, we actually need to say this too. It was one of our viewers that actually turned us on to this. So whoever you are, we hadn't had a chance to look through, but thank you so much for telling us about that.
Yeah, we have your messages saved on there. We just didn't get your name before then, so you know who you are, and thank you very much. We'll look for your name. We'll put it in the description. Thanks for that information. You know, we really appreciate it, and I'm sure some other guys that are going to be purchasing this weapon will appreciate that info as well. This is a really good gun, guys, and for, you know, under $400, that's a great buy. It really is, and it's going to carry just as easily as any other subcompact 45 on the market. And we're talking the XDS, you're talking the Kimber Ultra Carry 2, we're talking the Glock 36. The PM45 is going to carry just a little bit better because it's just a little bit tinier, but this one is a great hip carry, lower back carry, shoulder holster carry. You got a big jacket with some good pockets on it. This will fit right in. So if you guys have any questions on this gun, let us know and we will try to answer those as soon as possible. If you guys want to see a breakdown of the gun, check out our first impressions video. Yeah, guys, check out our channel. We actually have a ton of other videos on other guns actually comparing this. We have size and weight comparisons as well. So this is Ryan and Chad from CNR Reviews. Thanks for watching, guys.